Good afternoon and thanks for tuning in late in the day. I'm Holly Shields and you're watching Calgary TV live from our Sydney studios. This of course is the last show of the day, the last trade. Let's have a look at the market closing wrap. But first, the global markets, which is still reacting to the ongoing crisis in Ukraine. It's been nearly a week since Vladimir Putin stunned the world and validated Western intelligence by sending his forces to invade the country. And soon enough, sanctions were imposed on Russia, led by the US and other Western nations, which have swiftly fallen into line. The invasion of Ukraine has rapidly made Russia a commercial outcast, and the global supply chains have been rattled. Commodity markets have been in turmoil since the crisis began. For instance, the oil prices have soared and European gas has reached its highest level on record. And within this 1 week, sinusoidal trends have continued across the global share markets. But coming to the local bourses performance today, the ASX 200 closed lower, dropping 40.60 points or 0.57%. Over the last 5 days, the index has gained 1.61%, but is still down 4.48 for the last year to date. Then on the sectoral front, 9 of 11 sectors ended lower, with consumer staples as the best performer outshining the pack. The sector gained 0.93% and rebounded from its recent decline. This sector still, however, is off 1.87% over the past 5 days. But as for the stocks and the top gainers and losers, well, the best performer today was Perseus Mining, up over 2.8%. Perseus was followed by Newcrest and Gold Road Resources. Other top performers of the day include Silver Lake Resources and Cromwell Property Group. So a big part from the miners side there. But then on the flip side, in the red zone of the ASX 200, Paladin Energy was the top laggard. Its stock down a whopping 14%. Other stocks in this zone include Zipco, PointsBet, Polynovo and Janus Henderson. Well, now to the stocks that interested investors today and have continued to make headlines, Plenty Group has priced a $280 million issue of securities backed by renewable energy and personal loan receivables. The fintech lender said that the offer significantly decreased its funding costs while reducing the equity requirement, relative to the company's renewable energy warehouse facility, released capital back to the business. And today, responding to the news, Plenty shares traded in the red zone. Then also making headlines, Resolute Mining said that mineral resources increased by 1 million ounces to 9.5 million of gold and maintained ore reserves at 4.1 million. On this update of a rise in gold production, shares of the company leapt by over 3%. And then Starpharma as well today confirmed that it submitted an application to Australia's Therapeutic Goods Administration for its antiviral nasal spray as a medical device. The submission for this product as a medical device is consistent with other nasal sprays with antiviral indications that are registered with the TGA as devices marketed in Australia. Today, however, Starpharma shares fell by over 4%. And then shares of Australian uranium stocks like Paladin Energy imploded after Russian forces caused a fire at Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Other miners too, like Deep Yellow, Bannerman Energy and Elevate Uranium, dropped more than 20% each. And reportedly, the plant accounts for about 1/4 of Ukraine's total power generation. So quite important there. Back to the global markets now, where fears over Russian shelling of Europe's biggest nuclear plant in Ukraine weighed on the entire sentiment today. Sharp cuts were seen in US index futures and Asian markets. Japan's Nikkei slumped to a 15-month low as Ukraine's crisis intensifies. The index was down 2%. And the broader topic slipped as well, 1.51, while the Hang Seng Index sank 2.62%, and the Shanghai Composite Index lost 0.61% as well. Then in the US, overnight, Wall Street witnessed another bumpy day of trading as investors remained anxious about the broader impact of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The S&P 500 shed 0.7% to close 0.5% lower, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 0.3%, and the Nasdaq Composite slipped as well 1.6%, weighed down by its tech stocks. Well, that is a wrap for now on the last trade for today, but tune in next time only on Calculating TV. I'm Holly Shields, signing off.